I'm building a fully working mini bowling alley project with movable pins, a ball returning system, and everything you could think of, and also, yeah. But before I go ahead and do the very first strike, I've got to figure out how on earth am I actually going to build this damn thing from scratch. And turns out, this was way more complicated than I anticipated, especially getting the pins to reset. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you behind the scenes, the build, the design, the falls, the crazy fixes that I had to come up with. Then in part 2, we're going to put it to the test with the guttering balls, and you'll see. But first, let's go ahead and build this thing. Now, I don't have any type of LEGO instruction manuals for this project, and I just researched it, and turns out LEGO doesn't even make it for this type of stuff. So that means I'm actually going to go ahead and have to make this project myself, because there's no entire instructions whatsoever on it. So yeah. Okay, so for the sake of this project, I was thinking why not we go ahead and use the exact same type of style that we used in the homemade treadmill project. So these are the pieces from the homemade Lego treadmill project, and we've also got these little tiny pieces from the homemade Lego treadmill project. So without further ado, let's go ahead and recycle these from the homemade Lego treadmill project and actually turn it into a homemade Lego bowling alley project. So yeah. Okay, so now that is done. As you can see, this is what all of these look like and all. I think I had to change the angle of this camera, so that's a bit off. But however, you're possibly wondering, Ethan, what about these pieces? Well, these pieces have got little tiny connects built into them, so that means we can actually still use these pieces inside this project and all. So yeah, same goes with that one. There's a piece there, it threads through that one. Same goes with this one, there's a piece there, threads through that one. All nice and good and all, so yeah. Now the next stage is to actually build a frame with all of these pieces and all. But however, we actually need to see how big of a project this is going to be and all. Now this is optimistic Ethan. Optimistic Ethan doesn't realise the fact that this project is going to be absolutely massive, and optimistic Ethan is going to have a bad day. Oh no, you should have made this project a lot more smaller than it really is, Ethan. So without further ado, we'll get some base plates out. Now are actually Lego. Got some new ones as well and all. Okay, so I think that should be enough base plates for this project and all. So without further ado, let's actually organise them and all, so they all sit on chronological orders. Just so the fact that this project is not too small and all, so yeah. Alright, that is the main body done now, so you can see, or you can barely see it, it starts from here, and it ends all the way over here. I've put this block in the middle. Oh my word, it got stuck. I'm missing a piece. This is a very wide angled camera, meaning that, it's hard to record this because... Okay, so you can see this is how long it is and all. It is very, very long and all. Okay, you can see this is how we're going so far and all. And as you can see, this is very, very long and all. It goes all the way from here and all the way down to here. You can see there is a block in the middle here. And then it supports the 4 base plates here. 2 blue ones and 2 grey ones that look like road pieces because I've had one for ages and all. And then if we go ahead and all and move the damn thing backwards and all, you can see we got my blue base plate there, and we got a grey little tiny base plate there, and then we got massive gap here. However, all the mechanisms that we're going to build in today's video now we'll be relying on this middle bit right here, you know, like all 4 of these base plate boards here, and none less over here, you know. So yeah. So now all we have to do is start to actually build the frame up, you know, and then we can start to use some connects to build the frame a lot more higher than it is, and also yeah. However, this is my drawer filled to the brim of 2x4 white Lego bricks and 2x4 blue Lego bricks. And you can, as you can see, there's barely anything in it, inside of it, and also, yeah. So, my thinking is... this is my thinking, you know. We're going to go ahead now and reuse these pieces from the Working Wii Pro console project, you know. Yeah, you heard me correct. I still have the pieces for the project, you know. It's crazy, and also, yeah. And this is the only one that actually properly stands up. No, that one falls down because it's actually curved. The second story curved top piece, the window piece where the Disney Infinity Bay went, the end where player 1 or player 2 Joy-Cons controllers went, and the in-between piece where the one piece where player 1 and player 2 were, and all. So yeah. So without further ado, let's go ahead and disassemble all 4 of these pieces, so then we can actually use it for this project, so then we actually have enough Lego and all for this project and all. So yeah, alright, let's go ahead and do that now and all. So yeah. And for some odd stupid reason I thought to myself, yeah, why not, let's just record this video on the hottest day of the year. So yeah, that sucks for me. So yeah. Let's do the window one now. And finally, but mostly, let's end it off with the curved piece and all. But however, I'm going to keep this piece because this is quite a lot of Lego, and yeah, I still want some kind of memory of this project and also, yeah. Whew! At least that's over with. Oh no! I accidentally buried the microphone and also, yeah. Although, I do have a second one over here though, and also, yeah. It don't really matter, and also, yeah. And we're back, and also, as you can see, this is how much Lego we have and all. Now, you're possibly wondering, oh, Ethan, why is this bit cut out here and this bit is cut out here? Why is there only a bit of cardboard and that bit? Well, you will find out, unfortunately, and all. Yeah, you will find out and all in future. You will find out in future videos and all. Yeah, unfortunately, and all, you're gonna have to wait until future videos and all to know what on earth has happened to this drawing. Also, yeah, because I may have used it for a different project and also, yeah. So yeah. Anyway, and also with the fact in mind now that we have the Lego from the Working Wii Pro Plus console and all. Apart from this piece and all, so yeah. And this is gonna be a nightmare to take apart. So that's why I've only done just a 3 and all. So yeah. Including the one with the window pieces and all. So yeah, now okay, so now I think it's actually quite a really good time now in order to actually start building the frame and all. Oh yeah. So yeah, we might be going that high for the project. Who knows? I don't know. So yeah. Okay, so this is way more challenging than I actually realised and all. Because basically, with the last one and all, with the in-between pieces, I can show you if I move them like that. That has got to be there. That has got to be right there, right and all. Now, with the homemade Lego treadmill project, I had these 2 pieces in the middle of these 2. However, you can see if that's connected onto there, that's going to stick out there, causing this to be way more longer than it is. So that's a thing to consider and all. Also, with the two ends and all, they're going to be slightly different as well. And all. It's going to be way more shorter than the Lego Treadmill project, just like this one. And in the Lego Treadmill project, it was this long between the distance here to here. It was that long. I'm going to change that for a lot more smaller. Possibly with one of these red pieces, or use one of these two blue pieces. Oh yeah, that will work. Okay, as you can see, this is what the frame looks like. I tried to get it in one shot, but it's really difficult to actually get it all in one shot. Now, as you can see, now I did do some experimentations, like for example, making the frame this wide. However, I was thinking to myself, hang a minute, yeah, this would be really nice to have it this wide. However, I think it would come to the conclusion where instead of the walls being where they are right now, it would be like that. Rather than being where they end, they would extend out like that. If I were to add these on instead in the middle and all, but you can see with the bowling alley, we've just stuck in an orange bit, the longest bit of Technic that you can actually get, and then we've stuck some blue ones in, and all, frankly enough, most of the stuff out of this build has just come from these little tiny blue ones and all. It's crazy and all, so yeah. And obviously, you can see I've built the frame for that bit. I haven't built the frame for this bit. It's only there to support it at the moment and all.
A few moments later.
Oh my god, this is gigantic and all. So, yeah. This is gigantic and all. And you can see right here as well and all, there's barely any pieces to spare right here as well and all. So, inside this lovely container and all. And to think that was filling up, and to think it was all the way filled up to the brim, to this bit here, to the height of here. And then look at it now and all. It's only filled to the brim like that and all, so yeah. But I guess what we can do though, and all, with this bit of Lego though, and all, inside here. Why did I put it on the bottom? But I guess what we can go ahead and do and all with this bit of Lego and all is go ahead and all, this is the Lego box right here. Just put it back inside the Lego box where it's quite nicely safe and sound and all, so yeah. Now look, this one doesn't have a look, this one has the piece on that side, but it doesn't have it on that side at all. That's quite cool, and also, yeah. But yeah, anyway, this is how big this project has got, and trust me, when I say this project is massive, this project is massive. Now, I have went ahead and trimmed back this edge right here, You can see this bit of the edge right here has been trimmed back, so these two boards are in line with these four boards right here and not actually extended outwards and also, yeah. But the main reason why I have done that and all, because like I said in the last clip and all, the mechanisms and all that stuff that's gonna happen in this bit and all, in this area and all, and then like I said in the last clip and all, it's gonna stop here and all, and it's not gonna stop there, and then the rest of this bit, which you can't really see because the projector's in the way, but that's I need that for. But I need that for secondary screen mode. As you can see, camera's there, projector's there, shining onto there, so then I can actually see myself talking and all, so yeah. So then that means it's not a tricky job to do it in and also, yeah. And obviously, I was sat over there, and now I'm sat in the doorway because it's giant, because of the fact it's that big and also, yeah. And I don't even know if you can tell or not, I can't even fit the whole entire thing in frame. Okay, so I'm going to have to rely on sensibility. I can only see half of the screen on the camera right now. But yeah, this is what the other end looks like now. As you can see, there's no Lego boards whatsoever in this area here, and then you only just get up to it in this point here, because like I said, alright, now I'm gonna bring that back, because oh hello, because of the fact, like I said, all the contraptions and stuff will be placed inside this bit, will be placed inside this area right here and then the bits that are over here won't exactly be any contraptions and all. For example, like I also said as well, we'll be using these two roundabout pieces. One to go right there, one to go right there, that will come up to the line, and that will sit like that. And then this straight bit will be on that line. So as you can see, that straight bit goes here, and then we got the distance between here and here to actually make them. So basically, and all, we can go ahead and all put our contraption mecha system and all inside this bit right here and all, whilst when we have this bit right here and all, we can actually have the pin separation bit here and all, and also by looking like it and all, I've actually seen that we've got a little bit of spare room there and all. So we're gonna have to figure out what on earth we're gonna do with this spare room right here and all, being in its existence and all. Then the next task was to go ahead and all and start to work on the mechanisms and all. So what I went ahead and all and done is I grabbed a little tiny crazy motor kind of thing and all, and put it underneath one of the platforms and all. And every single time the crazy motor went down, the platform went down. When the crazy motor went up, the platform went up. Also tried to work out some kind of lifting mechanism. However, this is the point in the project where I gave up. I literally, genuinely speaking, just gave up with this project. So yeah, now there is tons and tons of things that I can do with this project. For example, rather than doing the little tiny Lego piston designs and all, rather than doing that, I was thinking, what about if I try and use scissor lifts? Now, I haven't used scissor lifts before, but basically, one easy way is basically you put a motor where that gear is, you put a motor, and then look, it will spring into action. There you go. It's gone full bolt. Like, it's gone to the full height, then it shrinks. Full height, and then it shrinks. Now we could change that for the little tiny lifting mechanism that was blocked. Same goes with this one as well. Not apart from we've got a square, and then it forms into a nice TP formation. As you can see, it's a square, bam, there you go, and it's controlled by just this one little tiny gear ratio, just right here. Or if we really want to and all, we can, just switch up one of the motors. It's completely fine if I just change one of the motors. I've got loads of motors in here that are Lego motors and all. Or if we want to and all, we can try and use some Lego hydraulics and all. However, they got like some kind of limit on them. However, pretty much all of them have some kind of limit where it's literally only that. So you're not really going to get that much of a height, but if I tend on using a gear ratio or something to turn this little tiny height into a massive height, then that could work. And these are spring loaded, so when you press the button once, that's it will spring back up. No, that one is it. So you press the button once, it will spring up and stay up. We can use these hydraulics. I mean, it's really difficult. I mean, it's just quite difficult, this project, to be able to do this project. And also, yeah, and obviously, we can still use some kind of type of crazy motor. Let's still use some type of crazy motor that's in here, or I think it might be in this one. I don't know, and also, yeah, there's tons of options that we can choose, and obviously for the gutters, we can use the crazy motor for the gutters and all, similar to what we've used already for the floor trap, where it goes up and down. That is going to retract the pins, and then the pins that are knocked down, it will fall, the floor will fall, and then all the pins will be directed into the lifting mechanism, which will lift the pins up, and then they'll get redirected to their separate individual pins. So, yeah, but honestly though, and all, it's, like, this project is really quite difficult to do and all, and yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to do a part 2 or not, because this is such a big project. It's unreal and all. So yeah, now just a quick heads up and all. Now if you're as well and all, if you're wondering why this video is ever so slightly different and all, it's because now I do vidIQ now, so I've kind of learnt a bit of stuff from that and taken it inspired from the that it teaches me and all, to be able to put into my content now, and also so yeah, that's good, and that is why the intro is a little bit more better and a lot more newer, and I'm going to continue doing that now for long form purposes and all. Anyway, and all, so click here to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one and all. Bye bye and all. So yeah.